Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. There are new patches coming from all angles, so let us check them out. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support, in particular to my latest channel member, Landed Falcon. Thank you so much, and if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. So firstly, we have a new 3.24.3 patch on the PTU for all waves, and just like the previous 3.24.3 patch, the new ships for the IAE are not available yet, but they do still plan on adding them to the PTU before this patch releases. And I cannot wait to tour the Polaris and the Starlancer as well. Those two are going to be a lot of fun. Now, new updates for this build include aligning the MISC Starfarer Annunciators to be vertical and smaller, plus they have done further GPU performance improvements on weapon particles, further entity spawner reliability improvements, as well as adding MT graph to R_display frame graph. Now, I'm assuming this MT graph is for the main thread, just kind of giving more indication as to what's going on the main thread, but if anyone has any more light to shed on that one, please do in the comments below. Now, there isn't anything too exciting with this build right now, as it is just focused on stability and bug fixing, which is of course very important, especially for the IAE with a free fly on the way, but there are 13 more bug fixes, 2 client crash fixes, and 5 server crash fixes. So continuing to push for stability for the IAE, and hopefully we are not waiting too long until we can get touring these ships as well and seeing what will be revealed. And of course, I'll be doing full tours of the Polaris, the Starlancer, and anything else that's new. Now on to Alpha 4.0, the latest playtest build released a couple of days ago, with Cloud Imperium stating that they intend on leaving this build up on the EPTU, and once again Evocati are allowed to make content on it. Now, this particular build has the configuration of 4 dedicated game servers, just like the last build, but instead of having 250 players per shard, it now has 380 players, with them also having 2 servers per solar system, so 2 in Stanton, 2 in Pyro. Now, it also says that this will be a temporary mesh configuration with the aim to encourage zone transitions and monitor performance with additional tuning for these initial tests, with the intention of increasing it as they move through the PTU. So it sounds like they're going to be increasing the player count throughout the PTU phase, monitoring it to see how it goes, and adjusting or optimizing where necessary. It will be fascinating to see just where they settle on in regards to player count, as it will of course have a huge impact on how often we bump into others in the verse, both in Stanton and Pyro, as well as finding persisting items like ships from players. Really excited to see how this goes and where we end up. Now, it also mentions for this build that the focus is general performance and stability, but also that these early 4.0 builds do have additional logging that will impact performance on the server. Also, it was advised to remain in Stanton for this build due to large performance issues around Pyro, which is a big shame, but it is what it is for now. Now, since the previous build, they have done many updates, which include several further physics and memory performance improvements. They have fixed several client, server, and hybrid crashes, made further performance improvements for planetary streaming on the GPU and large entity count performance. They've made further steps into service refactors for moving the mission and corpse marker to the service instead of the DGS authority. They have made further AI locomotion optimizations around contested zones, made further player animation networking improvements, and weapons that charge should now have their charge action queued, plus 10 more bug fixes. So they are really tuning and tweaking all sorts of things as and when necessary to really polish and optimize this technology, and it is very exciting to see all of this work going on. It really does feel like Wave 1 is not too far off now, plus getting it to live before the end of the year would be a great milestone that I hope they can achieve. And finally, on the 3.24.2a front, it looks like this latest patch has fixed the vast majority of issues that players were having since the initial 3.2.4 launch. Not every bug, of course, but from what I have played around 4 hours so far, and what I have seen others mentioning in the comments, Alpha 3.24.2a is now playable again, with myself personally not having a single crash during the last stream. So if you have not been playing 3.24.2 due to the issues like crashing, give it another go, and hopefully it will be working better for you all. But there you go, that is the latest on the patch front. So much going on right now, and Cloud Imperium are full steam ahead to get 4.0 ready for prime time. I think the 4.0 build is still up, however I have yet to try it, so I hope to jump in over the weekend if it is still available and just test it as much as possible, leave my feedback. We are on the way. Anyway, I will be taking a look at the ships that we could see coming to the IAE this year, so expect a video on that soon. Also breaking down the latest monthly reports. Talking of which, I have the PU report, that's on the website, but has anyone received the Squadron 42 report email yet? I know they are changing things up for this one particularly, I don't know in what way, so that could be holding it up, but I've yet to receive it. Anyway, with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. Also, come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. I won't be streaming today as I'm just trying to catch up with YouTube videos, but I will be streaming again on Monday. Hopefully playing a bit of 4.0, otherwise it might be jumping into Alpha 3.2.4.2a. You are all more than welcome, whether you are new or a veteran, and it's a great place to ask your questions about the game, the project, and what is going on. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you guys, so thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.